Hey, welcome to Car and Driver. This is the 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV. Let's start with the headlines. Base price is going to be around $30,000. Range will be as high as 300 miles. That's an estimate from Chevy. And you can get up to 290 horsepower. There's of course a lot more to it than that, but let's take a look first at the exterior. Now, wheels, of course, these are 21 inches in diameter, and that's the biggest size you can get on the Equinox EV. That's on the LT or 2LT trim, which is what this version is. Now, the base car will have 19s and the RS will come with 20s. But let's take a look further at the size of the vehicle. This is a bit longer than the current gasoline-powered Equinox, both in terms of wheelbase and overall length. And that gives it a look that's similar, but different as well. I like the two-tone color appearance. The white roof reminds me of my own Chevy C10. Before we talk about cargo space, I know that this is a prototype, and a very much a prototype with a couple things that aren't indicative, that's the word, of final quality. Specifically, this liftgate is going to open much taller when it is time for production. But we can talk about overall space. The only cargo figure that Chevrolet's provided is that with the rear seats down, you're going to get around 57 cubic feet of total storage space. That is lower than the current gasoline-powered Equinox, and part of the reason for that is that this has a slightly lower roofline. The final version of the Equinox EV is going to have a load floor with adjustable height and a storage area underneath. There's also going to be a little carve out here for like a jug of milk or something from the grocery store. The Equinox EV is built on a similar platform as other GM EVs, the Ultium platform, like the Cadillac Lyriq and the Chevrolet Blazer. And like those vehicles, it comes with two different battery sizes. What's the capacity? Chevy hasn't said yet, but we can tell you how they're outfitted in the Equinox. What's different about this is the small battery is only available with the base model, that $30,000 roughly costing version. And that's going to be front drive only and get you 250 miles of range. All the other Equinox EVs are going to come with the large battery pack, and that's going to get you either 300 miles of range with front wheel drive or 280 miles of range with dual motor all-wheel drive. As for onboard chargers, the top of the line Equinox 3 RS all-wheel drive is available with a 19.2 kilowatt level 2 charger. That's going to get you miles quickly, of course, but all other Equinoxes are going to have a 11.5 kilowatt charger, which according to Chevy's claims will get you 34 miles per hour when you're plugged in. All the Equinox EVs will accept 150 kilowatt DC fast charging, which again, according to Chevy's claims, is going to get you around 70 miles per hour of charge. When you hop in this Equinox, you immediately are greeted with these massive displays. Now, this is again a more fully loaded example, a prototype example of what the nicer Equinox EVs are going to be looking like. This center display here is 17 inches diagonally, roughly around that size. It's very big. It looks very impressive again in this prototype. All the Equinox EVs are going to have an 11-inch gauge cluster here, which again looks very nice in this setup. And I also appreciate there's a column shifter right here, which is a really nice touch because it frees up all this space in the center console, which we'll talk about in just a second, because I also want to highlight the one-pedal drive in this Equinox EV. It functions like all the other Chevy EVs, including the fact that you have a little, looks like a shift paddle, but when you engage that, it gets you even more aggressive regen than you already have in whatever mode you're in. Now, as for interior storage, there's quite a few options. You have a center armrest here, of course. You've got cup holders here. You've got a little storage area tray underneath here. And then you have a pass-through area underneath this whole piece here. That's going to be a great storage space for handbags, purses, and so on. If you look up, you'll notice there's a glass roof in this Equinox EV. It's available. It's not the only roof option. And what's nice is there's a shade. It shouldn't be that obvious, but so many EVs these days have these big glass roofs and no shade, and it's really nice that there's going to be one in this Equinox EV. So that's it for our early peek at the Chevy Equinox EV. Look for more information before this vehicle goes on sale in fall 2023.